learned from the lesson. Live in the hills, but I still get a spread. Started with a live, but I still reinvest it. Feel how I feel, then you feel it's a blessing. I just want the lesson, I just want protection. I'm up and I'm down, but they sound like progression. Farmer never plans if he waits for perfection. Finger to the down, hold it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're having a wonderful weekend. I'm very excited. I get to see y'all on the weekend, man. I've been missing y'all. There's been a lot that we need to go over. I mean, there's a lot I even want to talk about, and hopefully by the end of this video, it gives you more exposure even beyond oil. So, I'm going to be shorting oil. Yes, I am. I know I've been bullish, very, very bullish on oil. Again, even from the beginning of the year, I still got an oil future that I'm holding. I'm not going to short it quite yet, but I just want to talk about what I really expect to happen. Now, this is my opinion. Do whatever you want with it. I'm always open. Just please be respectful. That's all we ask. You know, if you have a counter argument, anything, let's go. I would love to hear it. I've learned a lot from the Chad. That's why we have this channel, man. It's beautiful to see. So let me know what you think. But pretty much I have 2 points that we need to be looking at. And depending around August, September, we may very well see the peak of oil and a lot of other assets, believe it or not. So, let's get into this. I'm going to just start right away. What do I expect to happen? Pretty much, we should be experiencing anytime this month from now until like the end of June, really, and that's kind of pushing it. We should experience one peak in oil. So right here on the chart, you can see we're chilling at like 120. Earlier in March, we hit around 130. This is what makes it so weird right now, because usually when you get near these highs, the chances are it might go above it. And even if we do break out from there, that would be the first mini peak that I'm actually looking for. And why? What's the whole point of this? We are talking about seasonality. So usually coming into the summer, again, June 1st, that's the beginning of summer. Everybody's ready to go. But usually with oil markets, the oil market is ahead of time, and that will already be priced in. Everybody gets their pricing and orders, and then things start coming down. Now, obviously, it's been a little bit weird with everything from SPR releases to the Putin price hike or whatever else it may be, but now July and August is a little bit more uncertain. So what some people are saying is that there's no rules right now for July and August. Nobody really knows what is going to happen to oil at that moment. So my logic here is we get this first mini peak leading into July and August, and then around the end of August, depending on if things get better or worse, and dramatically worse or dramatically better, we should see the final rip on oil. And then if oil ends up, like, let's say we go above 120, 130 now, comes down a little bit, and then August it shoots to 150, 175, that is where I will begin shorting oil, and that I believe will be the peak. Now, why do I feel like this, and have we seen this before? Yes, take a look at lumber. So right here is the lumber chart since pretty much 2017. If you notice, 2020, remember, it went back, it shot back up, and then dramatically came back down. And if you look at the chart, just like oil, a lot of dramatic pops and drops. Why? Seasonality. So even then, around May, that is the peak for lumber. It's already going down. You can see where we're at on the chart. It's been declining. And even then, even though lumber was crazy, remember February 2021, everybody was freaking out, lumber, the price of houses, oh my gosh. It's actually lower than that level right now. You actually got lumber back at 2020 prices. So think about it. Good time to remodel, but labor is still expensive. So I don't know. We're not going to talk about stagflation. But still, point is, this is very seasonal, but this was an asset that we saw go crazy. Again, it was impacted by supply stuff and a lot of other things. Obviously, oil's different. It's not like you're seeing an attack on lumber, right? You know, but oil, everybody wants to shift to clean energy. It's not as incentivized. You know, you got other stuff factoring in there. Again, it's not like Russia, Ukraine is going to affect lumber, but the seasonality is very key. And then the fact is, look at how many times it would shoot up, come down, and then even there's 2 parts of the season. So even with lumber here, around October, November, that's when lumber should actually start picking up again. And then we're going to see really what happens. But these little peaks and drops, you'll eventually see once it goes crazy, comes back down, shoots back up, and if it can't break past there, that's where you get your peak. But the point I'm trying to tell you, you're already watching deflation in certain commodities. So this is the whole point with wheat, oil, everything that we've been dealing with. We have already experienced massive price movements. Literally, oil is super expensive. The price of wheat, corn, soybeans, anything you could think of, they are already at extraordinary prices. I know we've been watching it and getting involved and like you can make gains on it, whatever it may be. But the thing you got to realize, most of these are up double or triple from where they should be. Again, before everything, oil was at $60. Again, the price of wheat was just like $4, $5 a bushel, and now it goes up towards 12. Same thing with corn. These prices shouldn't be here. You're already in a big price move. That's why the next and final move from here, if depending on what happens on August, that will either set the peak and then we start to come down and see that deflation and we'll watch it all across the board with every other asset, or you're going to watch the real next level, and that's where it becomes very fearful. We've been talking about a lot of things, so I could be wrong with all of this, but I want you to understand what I'm thinking here with oil and the commodities and everything else right now. It's either we peak out by August or September, but if it shoots past up and gets some of these commodities to another like regime of pricing, then we're going to deal with this for another 6 months until we could see the seasonality peak, because again, there's going to be some slow seasons, but if we hit that new price regime and then now the hotter markets or the hot seasons start to hit these commodities, it will absolutely go crazy because people will need to buy this stuff. So super straightforward. I hope this helps you. I just wanted to give you a little update, and it's very simple. August, September, I would be watching for the peaks in certain commodities, watching what the prices do. And if we do in fact see the peaks, depending on how the rest of this summer season goes, well, I think we're going to be able to find out, okay, how are things really looking? Are we going to be in inflation? Are we going to be stagflation? Or will we see some real deflation emerge, ladies and gentlemen? So, hopefully you like it. Hopefully you enjoy your weekend. That's all. I'm going to see you on the watch list tomorrow. And then Monday morning for this stream, baby. But let's go. Enjoy it. Peace out, chat. I love you and God bless you. And yeah, I'm not even being awkward at that. And this is an important video. Pay attention. Okay, God bless you.